Once again, our oral history microphone is on the air. This is Ray Mofield, and our interviewee for this program today is Clemmie Finch of Lake Haven, who shares a room with Layla Lovett Ely. And we're very pleased that Miss Finch has consented to allow us to talk with her tonight. It's very good to get to meet you again, Miss Finch.
Thank you.
Would you tell us where you were born?
Born in Scale, Kentucky.
Scale? No wonder my wife knows you.
Why, yes.
Why, she's down in that country.
We said that chair if you'd rather. I said that in that chair if you'd rather. Yes, I was born in Scale 1993. 1893.
And your father was?
Tom English, mother.
Tom English, and your mother?
Sally Ann Mars, before she married.
Uh-huh.
And was born right here, down here by Marstown.
Did you have any brothers and sisters?
Well, I had three brothers.
Uh-huh.
Clint English, Raymond, and Jack.
Well, where did you go to school?
I went the first year to Oak Valley, my first year.
Oak Valley.
And I went to this time, but 1 year to Scale.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what year that was. I went to, first school I went to, I was 7 years old.
Now, those schools were fairly close together, weren't they?
Oh, yeah, well, not too close. I went to Scale in Oak Valley.
Uh-huh.
And I went there till I was 13 years old. And I went 1 year to Church Grove.
Do you remember any of your teachers that you had?
Oh, yes, I remember. I don't remember the first school. I don't know if it was Andy Peck or not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. But I went to Dallas. Who is she? I know all of them, if I could think of it.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Well, don't worry
Well,
about
I know
that.
where
You may
that-
think about
yeah,
it in a minute.
Well, I know all of them.
What did your father do? Was
He
he a
farmed.
farmer?
Yes, he farmed. We left Scale in 1910 and moved to Slough Bridge and lived there 5 years. And then we lived there and moved over here where I live down here. Lived there part of 3 years, but 1 whole year. We went to Texas then.
Oh, you moved to Texas?
Oh, we moved to Texas. You're not sitting comfortable. Why don't you sit in that chair?
Were you on a ranch or?
No, we just went. We went went out there to make homestead. I mean stay, but we didn't stay for 6 months. We come back, and so we come back through the land. We was like in 7 days, being 2 months on the road. We left there the 14th of June and got here the 7th of August.
Well, tell us about that trip. How did you travel?
Oh, wagons. We had 2 wagons. Pappy and Mammy and 2 brothers rode in 1 wagon, and George Durard and me and Clint rode another.
Well, I mean, that is a long trip.
Oh,
to
we
go
had
on.
a time. Me and Clint and George did. We had lots of fun, and we'd get mad at one another.
Did you kind of camp out?
Oh, we camped every night.
Uh-huh.
Every night. We stayed in wagon yards when it was bad, when we could, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But we was in awful storms.
Were the people on the way nice to you? Did
Well, some of them. Lots of people traveled with us.
Mhm.
But we traveled one family, we never could get in touch with them. But we traveled with one man that had killed, Pappy said he knew him. He killed a man here at Benton.
so he left the country?
And, he left the country and he changed his name, and Pappy knew him. He traveled with us.
Mhm.
But he'd always keep Pappy at arm's length. He knew Pappy, you know.
Yeah.
He knew Pappy come from Benton, you know, Marshall County.
So he didn't want
Oh,
the
he
word
didn't
to
want
get
him-
out.
He didn't want him to get in touch with him.
Well, now I wonder, I think if I'd been your father, that kind of scared me a
Well, he
little.
wasn't afraid of him.
Well, no, I guess he wasn't.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't afraid of him. But he gave him the arm length. He wouldn't talk to him very much.
And you were on the road about 2 months?
Like in 7 days, and 7 days my daddy died after we got here.
Oh, you got here and he didn't live long.
Just 7 days. And we'd been here just 1 week when he died.
Had he been seen to be sick while he was on the road?
No, not only. He had one spell with his heart one evening after supper.
So he went suddenly then.
Yeah, he went. We got sick on Thursday and died Saturday night, Saturday evening. And so his mother lived 4 years and she died.
Now you went out there to Homestead.
Yeah.
How long did you stay?
6 months. 6 months.
Mhm.
We went on a train and Pappy couldn't get nothing for his horses, you know, and he wouldn't sell them, and he just bought 2 more, and we had 2 wagons coming back. He shipped his horses out there.
Basically, he didn't like Texas.
Oh
I
no,
guess.
he didn't like it at all, and so it was, we come back, and so we hated awful hard after we come back.
Yeah, well now,
After our daddy died.
now if you'd stayed, you might have had oil on that land.
Well, might have, but his brother and his brother-in-law lives out there, and they come back to Dallas after we come the next year after we made another crop. After that crop was made, they come back to Dallas, and so they're all gone now, I reckon. And,
Well, that's an interesting story. I've never met anyone here in Marshall County before that had made
sit down in that chair. You can sit down there.
a trip. Well, I guess I'm going to have to, or
Yeah, you.
you're going to keep talking about it all the way through.
No, I'm going to quit.
Okay.
Well, me and Clint married. You know, Clint, he lived right here.
Mhm.
And he married before Mother died and left me and Raymond Jack. One was 9, another was coming 13. I was older than they were.
So you kept farming after you got back
Yeah.
home.
Oh, yes, we had it awful hard, though. Us three, you know, don't know how to manage or do nothing. And so it was, I didn't marry till after Raymond married. And I wouldn't leave the boys. And,
Well, who was your husband?
Henry Finch.
Henry Finch. Was he from Marshall County
Why,
also?
yes, he was out way, he's northwest of Benton. And he had his sister and mother. Well, he had 2 sisters. One died right after they moved down here. And then this other sister didn't die till his mother died in 32. No,
Right.
35.
You kept house. Could you?
Yeah, I kept house.
Did you live out in the country?
I lived right down here where my mine lives. That was our place. Ruth knowed it. Didn't you, Ruth?
Yeah.
Yeah, we lived in Mammy swapped the wagon for the land, and we built a 2-room house, box house. We could see the chickens on the floor.
There must have been some knot holes.
Well, you know, it's green when they put the floor in. It's a rough floor. Couldn't afford any other kind. And so when it seasoned, it just left cracks. And Raymond whittled out timber, some strips, and filled them cracks.
Did you had to do the cooking? I
Oh,
guess.
yes, I done the cooking and canning and washing and ironing and working in the field. And,
Did you work in the field
oh,
too?
yes, and plowed and ironed and hard. And yeah.
Well, you probably, did you grow tobacco?
Oh, yes, we grew tobacco and corn.
So you had to
We had to
sucker
rent-
and worm?
Yeah, we had to rent the ground.
Uh-huh.
We just had a place to live, you know. And we got it from Mr. Joe Haltom. Give him a new wagon for the land.
Yeah.
And 5 acres of ground to raise tobacco on. And I know one Saturday we lacked one patch of tobacco getting it plowed, and Clint said, "Help me plow, sis." I said, "All right." We hitched up and we got through plowing about 3 o'clock.
Yeah. It went faster when you had help.
Oh, we had two, you know, playing. Well, me and him both.
Well, did you can any fruit?
Oh, yes, canned every year.
You had these
Yeah.
ball fruit jars.
Oh, yes, and canned and
Old zinc lids.
yeah, and had sorghum molasses.
Oh, you made sorghum
Mr.
too?
D. Crow did, and we always got enough to do us all winter.
Uh-huh.
They always awful good to us.
Did you ever make a sorghum cake?
Well, yes, I wished I had one now. Don't you?
Oh, well, I do too.
I can make some good ones.
If you'll make it, I'll eat it.
Well, if I had molasses, I would.
Yeah, okay.
I had half a gallon when I left. I had a stroke. I had never opened them. Yes, I had opened them. Gave Brooks a glass of them, and I'd love to have them now.
Yeah, we used to make them, and it was a lot of fun. Except, you know, when that sorghum started bubbling,
Oh yeah.
the yellow jackets
Oh,
and the bees
yeah.
would all start. That's the only thing I hated about it.
But sometimes you get stung.
Yeah, I've been
Well,
stung.
Mr. D. Crow made the molasses, and Miss Avery Green and Raymond, and they all worked together, you know. And Mr. D made molasses enough to do us neighbors both, and them all.
Did you, you never grew any cotton, I suppose?
No, we didn't. Here we didn't. I picked cotton in Texas, though.
Did you ever quilt a quilt?
Oh, quilt. I quilted lots. Yeah, I done lots of quilting.
What's your favorite pattern?
Well, I didn't care.
Double wedding ring?
Well, I didn't care. I quilted that. No, I just soon quilt straight lines. And you, Ruth?
Yeah.
Right-hand lines.
That's a little simpler than some of these intricate patterns.
Well, I quilted all kinds.
Oh, tell us what you remember about Benton when you started coming here.
Well, you know, I come through Benton ever since I've been big enough to know Benton.
And it's a lot bigger town now than it was then, I suppose.
Yes, but it's...
Did it have paved streets when you first
Oh,
remember?
no, gravel streets.
Uh-huh.
Yes, and didn't have no sidewalks and nothing. Well, I would come from to Grandpa's over here, you know, Grandpa
Yes.
March's.
Mm-hmm.
We come often, about every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And sometimes when we moved through the bridge, me and Clint walked over here on Saturday. We picked berries and brought them to Benton and sold them. Me and him, for 10 gallons at a time.
Oh, that's a lot of picking.
Yeah.
You get a lot of briars in your fingers in that length of
well,
time.
we didn't though. We didn't.
You like blackberry cobblers?
Oh yeah, I wish I had one tonight, don't you all?
I surely do. Put a few dips of ice cream on
Yeah,
that.
that would be good. But apple pie's good with ice cream on it.
Oh, yeah. They're all good.
Yeah.
Strawberry cobbler.
Yeah. It's not as good as ice cream. Well, it is good as ice cream, too.
I wouldn't mind a peach pie.
Yeah, it's good, too. All We don't have much good in here to eat.
Well, what were some of the stores you liked to go to when you were small?
Oh, I don't
Was there
know.
a general store at Scale when you?
Yeah, there's a store there. Why,
And they
Miss
kept
Charlie-
candy, I guess.
yeah, Mr. Charlie Pace, so he kept that store. You remember him? No, guess you do, Charlie Pace.
No, I don't remember.
But he's Uncle Marcus's brother. And Uncle Marcus and Uncle Taylor. Nola's daddy, Nola Riley. And I know all of them over there. And of course, Uncle Marcus lives where Kate Ford lives. Uncle Marcus Pace and Nonnie lives where Kate Ford lives. And his wife died, and he hired a woman to stay there.
Now, for recreation, when you were a young girl, a young woman, did you go to square dances or
No, I went to play parties.
a play party?
Yeah.
I want you to tell me the difference between a play party and a square dance.
Well, I don't know. Well, it's different. Square dance, they play the fiddle, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and the play party, they just sing.
And
The voice sings.
the fiddle was the devil's instrument, wasn't
Yeah, I reckon.
it? So
They didn't allow us to dance, you
it
know.
didn't let you go to that, but you could go to the play
Play
party,
parties wasn't much
have some
difference in
fun.
them.
And what did you popcorn maybe?
Oh yeah, we did. Well, when we just have company in our home, we popcorn.
Shell a few peanuts.
Well, yes, and sometimes in the fall we had a big pea hulling at Mr. Joe Haltom's.
Oh, you sit around and shell
Oh,
peas and
I had a blanket and they all sat around on the floor and shelled the peas. Had it raised so many peas, he had a pea hulling.
that was fun. He got his work done.
Oh
though.
yeah, I got a whole lot of peas shelled.
Well, that reminds me of Tom Sawyer in a way. He had to paint this fence, so
Uh-huh.
he sold chances to let
Uh-huh.
him paint on it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they'd pay him to get to work.
Yeah. Well, we had all kinds of parties. We had cross-question quick.
Crooked answers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you played that, I
I
guess.
have. I've played that.
Yeah, we have.
So that passed the
Yeah,
time
oh,
away,
yeah.
and you had a lot of fun.
People, didn't have to go off to have fun like they do now.
You made your own.
Yeah, we're close to home.
You know, I remember reading a story about Daniel Boone,
Uh-huh.
and of course that was in the 1700s,
Yeah.
and they would have a corn husking.
Oh, yes.
They shucked the corn, and part of the rules were that if you got a red ear,
Yeah.
you got to kiss the girl.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I know that they had a corn husk. Oh, sure.
And of course,
sure.
with growing just open pollinated corn like we used to, every now and then you'd get
Red ear.
an ear that'd be red,
Yeah.
or sometimes one would kind of have purple grains in it.
Uh-huh,
Yes.
yes. The blue grains.
Mm-hmm. Blue grains.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen a lot of that.
And I had an old phonograph record once, and there were fellows talking. They did a monologue routine, and one of them yells out on the record, and he says, "Si's got a red ear. He's got to kiss a girl." And then there's a big hullabaloo in the background,
Yeah.
and you hear a girl squeal, and so on, like she didn't like it.
Well, we've had candy breakings too. Did you ever go to candy breaking?
Yes. Now, what kind of candy was it that
Well,
you
it's stick
pulled?
candy. Well, it's taffy.
Taffy candy.
Yeah. But this is, you go to candy breaking, they have stick candy, and girls and boys adore candy together.
Mm-hmm.
And the sticks alike, they kiss them. Boys and kiss.
Oh.
And the girl, heaps of times the girls will have two sticks and make him show his stick first and didn't get to kiss her.
Yeah. If she didn't want to kiss him,
She didn't want, yeah,
she
she
could
didn't
show
want,
a different one.
yeah, she didn't want to
If
kiss
she
him.
did want to,
She'd show a stick like
show
his.
one just like
yeah.
it.
Yeah, lots of them wanted to kiss him.
You know, these girls were tricky, weren't they?
Oh, they were. They didn't want the boy to kiss him.
Uh-huh.
Some boys, he didn't care.
Yeah.
Willis Rat lived
Well,
with
that's the way it is now. And some
Oh,
of them you don't care, and some of them you
Yeah.
sort of wish they would.
Well, I'll tell you, Willis Rat lived with us. I don't, Ruth don't remember, he wasn't big enough. And he was his wife died, he's a widower.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted to go with the girls. And that'd make me so mad at him. I said, you're struck on all of them. He said, I'm not. I said, yes, you are. And he adored Candy that night, and then the girls didn't want him to kiss her.
Mm-hmm.
He had a mustache. And then,
Probably tobacco juice.
no,
in
he
it.
didn't chew
Didn't
tobacco.
you? Well, okay, that'd be all right.
But he had mustache, and he didn't want him to kiss him. I said, cut them mustache off if you want to kiss the girls, because nobody want no kiss with a mustache.
No, I don't believe I'd like that.
I
very
don't
much.
either.
All right, so you had lots of fun. Do you remember anything about, say, what they called a box supper or a pie
Oh,
supper?
yes, I had box suppers. We had a box supper at the church up here one night, and some of them made a pepper pie.
A pepper pie?
Yes.
Was it red hot?
Well, of course it was. I never tasted of it. Somebody bought it, and they got it off on them,
And then they had to go to the creek and try to...
They didn't eat any of it, I don't guess, just tasted of it. I don't know who made it. And I went to pie supper over in the cold edition to my uncle's one night. I wasn't big enough to go, but I went. Wasn't old enough. Wasn't but 13-year-old.
You had a good time, though.
Oh, yes, I ate with Lawrence Hunt. I know who I eat with that night. He bought a pie, and so I ate with him.
When they found out who the pie belonged to, a lot of times the boys would know a certain boy, and they say, I know he wants that pie.
Yeah, I know.
And they'd run the price up.
I know, yeah, I put the price up on him, yeah. Bring more money. And
the school.
he wanted to eat that girl.
Yeah.
That is it.
Did you have to iron with sad irons?
Oh, a smooth orange. Yes, I ironed them a long time.
They weren't electric.
Oh, no, there's a hit by the far. Yes, I guess you've seen a miniman.
Well, yes. My mother had
Yeah,
two of them. One of them weighed 7 pounds and one 8. I remember that.
Yeah, we had one weighed 5 and one 7 and one 8. And we had about 4 arms. And sometimes you eat them in the front of the fire.
Or you did it on a cook
stove.
stove.
Yeah, on stove one. We had a fireplace. Burnt wood, you burn wood when you eat orange.
Did you enjoy hog killings?
Oh, yes, only they made such a mess. Well, one year we killed 3 hogs and made 1,200 pounds. And the grease was from one room to the other.
Oh, it's on everything.
Yeah. Lily was
That's a lot of sausage to grind.
Well, we had a tub full. Lily was going to Nashville.
You made 2 or 3 stands of lard, I guess.
We made 5 stands. We had some fat hogs, and so the middlets they was that thick.
Yeah.
We had one laid over the next year.
Now the people that helped you, you'd give them a rib or something.
Oh, a backbone,
Backbone.
sometimes they just want a liver. And then we give sausage and all such as that. We had lots of meat.
Well, we're just running out of time.
Well, all right.
But I want to ask you now. We've got a couple of minutes or
All
so.
right.
So if you have a funny story you'd like to tell us,
Well, I don't have Aaron.
Not anything special.
No, not nothing special. Not that I want to
you'd like
tell.
put on. Well, when did you have a doctor? Did you go regularly for a checkup?
Oh,
or
no, I didn't.
Did you have home remedies?
Oh, yes, that's what we had. I was sick for 1 year after we come back from Texas. I had chills for a year.
Well, did you have to take quinine?
Oh, I taken 6 at a time. 6 2-grain tablets every night. And so it was finally
cured.
Yeah, yes. Dr. Stidley was the doctor. And I always loved Dr. Stidley.
Yeah.
And
Well, I believe they named the health department at Paducah after him. It says there,
well,
Paducah, McCracken County Health Office in honor of Dr. Stidley.
well, he put up one down there. He ought to put it up at Benton.
Well,
We all fell out with him because he didn't put it up at Benton. You want to move to Paducah and put it up.
well, I guess we're going to
Well,
have to
all
say
right, that's all right.
so
I
long
mean,
for. We thank you very much.
Well, mighty scattered. I was scattered.
We've been talking to Clemmie Finch, native of Marshall County, came from Oak Valley and Scale, and now lives at Lake Haven here in Benton. This is Ray Mofield. We return you now to our studio.